Hello everyone, welcome to another Wildcard Wednesday video on my YouTube channel and blog. I'm interrupting myself to give you an announcement. We are in the last month to enjoy the products sold from both the annual 2022 to 2023 catalog and the mini January to May 2023 catalog. All of my videos this month will feature retiring colors and products. It's the last kick of the can for you to purchase the items and for me to demonstrate with them. Please note that some of the products may be sold out because of the last chance sale going on right now, where some of the products are deeply discounted. Okay kids, let's get into the card design. Today I am featuring the Jar of Flowers stamp set. I hadn't even touched it until this video. No joke. I'm also featuring the Stampin Up masking paper and the gold and rose gold 6x6 metallic specialty paper. So I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I have chosen the sunflowers for this card design. I started in the middle of the page, and then I'm going to mask that with, I've already previously masked and fussy cut the sunflowers, and then I'll just put them straight away over the first image that I stamped, and then I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp a second bit of the sunflowers, and I'm using, so I twisted and turned the stamp so it doesn't look like the same stamp over and over again. I felt like if I did it like the same way all the way down, there's a certain parts of the image that like have a very repetitive looking effect. Trust me, I did this already. And I all colored it through and I'm like, gosh, that looks too repetitive. The sunflowers remind me of a story when I was a child. I remember running through the sunflowers that my mom and dad had planted in our garden, and I remember stopping dead in my tracks in between the sunflowers because there was the most largest, you know, those big fat bottom bumblebees, you know, the really big bumblebees, dead in my tracks at my eyesight level, like. And I was running through the corn or the sunflowers, and I think there might have been corn there too. But anyway, I stopped it dead in my tracks because I was going to have a head-on collision with a very large bumblebee. And when you were like 8 years old, that was a traumatic situation. And I don't know, it was like a core memory of mine. And I quite like, because those big fat bumblebees, man, they don't bite you, or if they do, I don't think they really want to, but I think the bumblebee was almost as afraid of me. I turned around and hightailed it out of the garden, but anyway. All right, so a lot of these colors, like this polished pink is retiring, but the old olive isn't. And I know that I said that I was going to be featuring some retiring colors. The thing is that the old olive, it just went. It was that autumnal feeling. And I know this is like springtime, but can you imagine this beautiful set of sunflowers on your page? Like, why didn't I use this stamp set before? It's upsetting, really. I didn't touch it at all, you guys. And you know, the funny thing is I even have the punch, and I have leftover of those, you know, like the jars, I don't know, they're the shaker bits. Whoops, I just dropped one. I'm looking at them right now. I have a whole lot of them. They were on the clearance rack. I picked them up because I thought I would use it, but then all of a sudden this went away. All right, so this is Daffodil Delight. I started off with pumpkin pie. Then I'm going in with Daffodil Delight, dark. And then I did something a little different here. So I around the ring of the, let's see, I wonder what I did first. Hang on, let's watch, shall we? Okay, so I did around the ring of the sunflowers. I ended up using real red, and I just went in and around. I'm creating depth. So then I went in with, what's that called? It is retiring. The Soft Suede Light. And I colored in the centers of those sunflowers. And then I dotted in and around sort of the middle with the color lifter. The color lifter is not retiring, FYI. Highland Heather is not retiring. So sorry to confuse, but I just absolutely had to use these colors because I jived with them. So I'm not surprised that some of the colors are, they just weren't right for this one. Maybe if I do another card, the Jar of Flowers, maybe I'll color the flowers with retiring colors. I dug this vibe. So I colored the back side of the Highland Heather with like little pops of polished pink, and that is retiring. All right, so here I put on the gold and rose gold 6x6 metallic specialty paper and adhered the card front to that. It definitely has an autumnal feel. Sorry, you guys, it's spring, not fall. And I adhered that to a basic white card base. So normally I have a list of all the supplies that I use today in this card design. I am just going to send you to the page that is the clearance, because there are, like, who knows what products are going away. So the sentiment, which I forgot about, I used the Lovely You stamp set, which is also retiring. Lovely, I chose Wildly Grateful with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So thank goodness I didn't make a whoopsie on this card, because I sometimes forget with the with the sentiments, right? Anyway, so I wanted just to direct you to the clearance items, like to the page, instead of like all the supplies that I use today, because seriously, a lot of stuff is already sold out. So I hope that this stamp set is still available. But who knows? Maybe if you had this stamp set in your stash, this will just give you an idea of how to use it. So Wink of Stella is not retiring, but it is kind of on low inventory. But of course, I couldn't not make my flower sparkly. I have missed my Wink of Stella. I haven't used it much lately. So that is my card for today. Thank you so much for showing up and watching and doing all the YouTube-y things. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.